Welcome back to another monthly review. This month I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what actually transpired with the crash and what I'm going to get into next. Because I do have some plans for the car. We're going to mix it up. I'm not going to go quite as crazy with some of the vinyl work. Since I've gotten it back, I've had a lot of people tell me the car looks really plain and kind of boring. And I don't totally disagree, but we are going to do some different stuff because I ran the other look for about 2.5 years, and you know what? I got hit twice. Let's try something different. Let's see if maybe a little more red on the car will get people's attention. So we're going to get into my trunk here for a second and talk about a few things. First thing we're going to talk about is the tow hook. This is the ZL1 add-ons tow hook. It was on the front of the car for about 2 years. I still got to take the post out, but as you can tell, not going to be going back on the car. It was never used as a tow hook. It was strictly put on, and I left it on throughout the winter in case I needed it. I figured it was probably a safe bet. These are the ACS composite splash guards. These are going back on the car. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but they are completely fine. I'm going to clean them up a little bit and give them a little waxing so they match the rest of the shine of the car. Next up here, we've got the broken canard. As you can tell, it wasn't holding on by a whole lot down here. Just maybe an inch and a quarter worth of the injected plastic, but it never broke. It never let go on me, which is really great. I am going to be putting another set on the car. I do love them. I think they give the car a really unique look and something I've kind of grown really fond of. I do have the other one. It is up there somewhere, right there. And I am actually going to keep that on me for car shows. And if anybody has any interest in seeing what it would look like on their Gen 6, if they were thinking about getting a set, you're more than welcome to test fit that one. I'm not ever going to reinstall it on anything, but I will use it as a test fit because it's a pretty big mod. You got to drill some holes in your bumper and you got to commit. So I would love for people to test fit it on their car. Maybe they'll get pretty jazzed about it and get a set. From there, we're looking at, that's a piece of the front grille that goes in once the tow hook is removed, which will be going in very, very shortly. And then we've got the bill. This is the actual bill of sale for the repairs of the automobile. And I thought I'd point a few things out because people don't seem to quite understand how expensive fixing these modern cars are. And the Camaro's definitely expensive one to fix, but not as bad as some of them on the market. Here you can see headlamp right at the bottom, $1,773 plus 13% sales tax, which is on the second page for the total, which we will get to. Not just for the headlight. They don't move, they don't do anything special. They are just an HID headlight with an LED running light, and it is unbelievably expensive. The shop did end up replacing both because the housings were cracked on the other side and that, and I was very appreciative of that. But the bill total came to just a mere $91.49 by the time you put the taxes and environmental fees and everything else on it, which is a fair chunk of cash. The car does look pretty magnificent. I was very specific with the shop that I am going to be sharing this car with as many of you as humanly possible, and I wanted them to be aware because the last shop I went to, I had a whole bunch of issues, and then you guys started asking where I got it done and why it took 3.5 months and why this and why that, and I don't have answers for it. I don't know how these shops run. These guys were 9 days. Their panel gaps and fitment, check this out. I have had quite a few people already looking at this. Their panel gaps and fitment are really, really good all the way around. They did a really good job. They blended the paint through the doors. And I am going to be taking off the little stripe piece on the back. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I wanted to give you guys kind of an overview of the car before I dive into it. Canards are going back on, so that will change the front a bit. Grill piece is going back in. This ACS splitter just looks absolutely insane without all the vinyl. It just makes it look bigger. One thing I am doing different, I was planning on doing the rally stripes all the way to the bottom. Again, I'm kind of not minding it the way it is, so I might leave it for a little bit. But I did get some clear bra for right here, where I had it black before, and doing it across the front some, because it is going to get stone chipped to all hell. And I also wanted to put some pieces on my headlights, because they are $1,773 a piece, and they are both brand new. So I thought, you know what, let's protect those a little bit, because they do get stone chipped a lot. And let's just try to do stuff a little bit different. I'm going to clean the car up and run a bit of a different look this year. And really, I don't know, experiment a little bit more, I guess, and have some fun. It's been a heartbreaking experience crashing this car again. Even though I was parked, it doesn't feel any better. And I know everybody goes, well, you know, it wasn't your fault. But I still had to go, you know, weeks without my car and driving around for 2 months in snow and all this crap. Well, it's all banged up, and I'm not feeling overly good about it, but there's some other projects I want to start and things I want to do. The car needs to be cleaned and just touched up, and I think it needs to be shown a little bit of love. What do you guys think? So, car's about like 15 kilometers shy of 80,000 K, which is pretty great. It runs just unbelievable. Fuel economy, everything about the car is amazing. This car has performed, I want to say, up to my standards, but I expect a lot from Chevy. I know people will give us a hard time for having a lot of plastic and a lot of different things, but they're great cars. They go a long ways. They last forever. I do love this car. It's as comfortable and thrilling as the day I got it. I am ready for something else. I would love a ZL1. And that's kind of the goal at this point, is just to get this car paid off, send it to another good home, somebody that doesn't mind a few new bumpers, and get into something else, because I just don't want to rip this motor apart and get into that and dump 10, 12 grand under the hood. I would rather have a project car and do other stuff, and I don't know, just get into something else. Also, just by chance happen to take that one down for an oil change, 7-speed manual Stingray. I mean, Corvettes are the way I want to go long term, so we'll see. We'll just see how everything goes. But car's back together. We're putting together some new plans. I've got more vinyl ordered. It actually came in today. I'm hoping to have it on tomorrow, and we'll do a different video regarding that. But it's just time for some new, time for some fresh, time for some positive change. I guess it's 2020. It's been an absolute crapshoot. I've been at home in isolation for the last 6 weeks, and I'm ready to get to work and get some stuff done, I guess. So that's it. That's just a few quick updates and kind of my monthly update on the car, and a pretty casual crash bill, I guess, that will go to the Carfax and keep my trade-in value worth about 10 grand. Yay! Until next time, guys, drive safe, take care, and behave as always.